Most of the disappointment for Tomorrow Never Dies comes from the departure of gameplay that was established in Goldeneye. We went from playing a revolutionizing first-person shooter with addictive multiplayer to a bare-bones, overly average third-person shooter with no multiplayer at all. The perspective switch wasn't really the problem. There's several great third-person shooters on the PlayStation 1, and what Tomorrow Never Dies most closely resembles would be Siphon Filter, which is vastly better and was released almost a year earlier. That is what a James Bond game should have been. Instead, we have bland graphics, awful gameplay, and no real idea what the point of the game is. At times it seems to differ so much from the movie that I have no clue what's actually going on. They include only a handful of missions and several times revert to making you ski down a mountain, which never happened in the movie. Nothing is in order or really resembles the film's plot past the opening levels. The controls actually aren't that bad. The L2 and R2 buttons add strafe control that once you get used to it, it really helps you control your ability to round corners and escape enemy fire. But actually shooting at your enemy can often be impossible and lead to taking damage and dying quickly. There's a kind of auto-aim that locks onto nearby targets, sometimes. It doesn't take much to lose the lock, therefore making most of your bullets go nowhere near where you intended them or need them to go. You can manually aim by pressing R1, but it takes so long to get the crosshairs where you want them that you'll just end up dead. The driving segment is half of one level, and a very short level at that, and the goal is to blow up a couple of cars in a convoy, which takes no time at all. Which is sad because the driving controls are actually pretty good, and you could see how it would have made a good chase level. There's also not really any gadgets that do anything. You have a fingerprint that you start with, and you simply walk up to doors and press the action button to activate it. Nothing too spy-like. There's pretty much no stealth or any need for stealth. Overall, the game is short with overly frustrating gameplay and has almost no redeeming value to it. It's actually sad that after the amazing reception that Goldeneye got only a few years before, that this would be what we got next in the line of James Bond. This is a good example of the difference between good developers and publishers and ones simply out to milk a license.